Welcome everyone to this episode of Discourse, where today we will be reviewing The Road to COVID-30, Self-Help Satire for the Soul by Dunk Dugan, the Ninth.
We'll take these things off now. Right?
Are you vaccinated?
I am. Are you?
I'm vaccinated.
You're not gonna sneeze, right?
I'm not gonna sneeze.
Alright, let's take these things off.
Alright.
I think we're secure here. No random people, you know. No germs. Can I get a little hump?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
A lot,
just
you know,
enough.
just
That's
a
how
lot.
I like it.
Nice
I'll make
and-
sure.
Nice and disinfected. Oh my god.
Well,
This one, yeah.
that. Air high five.
Air high five. Okay.
Safety.
First, like I tell my children.
Protect yourselves, protect your family.
After watching someone pull on a push door and immediately walk away, he figured it was time to bring functional educational elements to the forefront of society. However, during his first written sentence on paper, COVID-19 rocked the world. The infusion process was violent and chaotic, and through provocative tears and occasional moments of self-reflection, the road to COVID-30 was born. The backdrop is Vancouver, and the reality is morbid. It will be up to you to solve the puzzle known as your life, for around you, chaos swirls. Yet, no matter what's happening externally, the greatest threat to you will always remain yourself, and in order to avoid it, you must understand it. Prepare to learn, laugh, live, and find yourself lost in a world that was not meant to go on without you. The road is going to end up being a treacherous journey, and that's okay, because we're going to walk it together. Now go ahead and take the first step.
So the greatest threat is ourselves. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
100% though, right? I mean, when all this COVID stuff happened, you're just kind of like, yeah, we're not listening. We're not doing what must be done.
Yeah, and it was just interesting how people took it differently, and this book goes over that too. Different countries took it differently, different people took it differently, and it was just awkward. Like, people were attacking each other because you were not wearing a mask. People were attacking each other because you were wearing a mask. It's like, so...
It's like, what do we do?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that, though, that everyone was at least on the same playing field with that, you know?
Yeah. Biggest threat is ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Dunk Dugan, the Ninth.
The Ninth.
He wrote
Pronounced the Ninth.
Yeah. So discuss his writing style, because it's pretty funny, right, overall?
I mean, yeah, for the majority of the book, it's extremely creative. So throughout the book, there's different chapters, and I like how some of them are really funny, really creative, like family fun time questions, where it's like multiple choice, but they're really funny. Most of the answers are typically all just ridiculous. So I found that to be really funny. So it's very creative, but with Persuasion and Exposition kind of spotted throughout, you know. So persuasive in the fact that, I mean, he isn't trying to sell you on a point, but he uses a lot of research based quotes from government leaders, from scientists, from experts,
Doctors,
yeah. So he uses those quotes to prove a point, but also to have context to a joke. Because I feel like the entire book is just this comedic, like, stand-up show.
Yeah.
Kind of just shedding a lot of fun light on a really serious and deadly situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and poking fun at all the countries involved, which is the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah, like he mentions in a part of the book how we're killing each other, dropping bombs, people are dying of hunger, and left and right, people are dying of whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, COVID happens, and now we care about each other?
I know.
Like when we dismissed everything else?
Yeah.
You
Now
know?
let's care for one another,
Yeah.
because bombs and stuff, not a big deal. But COVID-19, yeah.
Now we gotta take care of the world and
Now we have to save everyone.
donate to, lost causes and all that. So,
But then also, there's a lot of exposition in the way of him chronologically explaining what was happening from beginning, like even before COVID was announced and all that, and then everything to this day. So chronologically with the quotes and things like that. So
Yeah.
it made a lot of sense. It made it easy to follow because you're like, well, I lived this and I knew what I was doing, where I was throughout, where he's making all these jokes. So
Yeah, because it started COVID-19, 2019, I believe December, and now 2021, and the book COVID-30, because I guess it's expected to either rise again or be a different version.
Yeah, and I mean, in a lot of ways, the flu every year changes, so there's always a new one, a new strain. So it's inevitable. Next year is going to be a new one. There's going to be another new one. So COVID-30, I mean, is going to happen. Mm-hmm. But whether we're quarantining and having to do all this other stuff that we've been all doing, or some of us have been doing, some of us have been protesting. It's whether that happens or not. That's another situation.
Yeah, so it was pretty funny. It was mostly his views, right? His perspective on events. And,
right. I felt like his views mirrored mine a lot, and I felt like his humor was definitely my type of humor. So I appreciated that, and I respected that, and I felt like we were on the same page. But I felt like because he and I had similar thoughts of the same situations that he was referring to throughout the book, I feel like he was just very liberal.
Yeah, he was pretty funny. He talked like, not talking smack, but just making fun of a lot of stuff.
Gosh, like everything. Just so funny.
Yeah, like about America. He has a quote in there saying, "America, you are beautiful. You're supersized and hard of hearing, but you are beautiful."
Like, you are beautiful.
We could just laugh because that's pretty true.
I know.
We want to supersize everything. Our small is like a large in freaking some other countries.
Can I have a venti?
And then hard of hearing because we all just want to hear what we want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, we don't believe that won't happen to us. It's just, it's interesting, but we are beautiful.
We are beautiful.
Then he also talked about California. The police state, helicopters and sirens everywhere. The police state and drones. That was it before COVID.
Yeah, that's true. That's just California.
Yeah, because I grew up especially downtown LA. I went to sleep with helicopters as my lullaby.
That's right. That was our sound machine.
Yeah. So it's just, he pokes fun at a lot of stuff. Brazil, Australia, but using facts. Like, right?
Right. I almost felt like I was being informed on a different level. So I was being taught through humor, which I thought is a great tool for a lot of people, Yeah,
because even for serious situations, because it is sad for some, for other people, they don't really get affected, but it is happening, and you just gotta, move on, and laughter, helps out a lot. Like the
hopefully
recovery,
it heals, right?
It heals, because it wasn't insulting. It was just funny. It's like talking to a friend, and you're just like, well, it is what it is, and
definitely funny, quick-witted. Like I said, well researched, which I appreciated. You don't want someone to just throw out random quotes or misinterpreting it or things like that and just kind of going off on a tangent. That's not true. At least he brings up the truth, but then he kind of just inserts his own funny obscurities throughout it to just make you laugh.
And some of those were random.
Super random.
Like, kids, don't ask questions. Just get the neighbor's water.
Yeah, just take the water. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah. And then Grandma and Grandpa went to like a church outing, but they got sick and never came back. But don't worry, they're still at the outing.
Yeah, don't worry.
Like, don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do. Where's the hand sanitizer? I'm just kidding. So what was your favorite chapter from the book?
So my favorite chapter, I would say, is chapter 6. Because I found a lot of good quotes from there that just made me laugh, and I had to reread it. Chapter 6 was called "How the World is Attempting to Manage COVID-19," I believe. So I saved this quote. Let me read it to you guys. Found it pretty hilarious.
I know. I found it extremely difficult to not laugh out loud throughout the book, so I'm almost certain this is going to prove my point.
Peroxide. Spray me down. I touch the crosswalk button. Oh Lord, don't stop spraying. I need it to burn. Oh, that's it. Eat away at me. Eat away at my sin. Cleanse me of the evil. Make me curse his name. Refill the bottle. I'm not done. F ya. Oh yeah. I think he put it like a Canadian, like, yeah. Just dump it all on me. It's so good.
Oh my god.
So that, I just found it hilarious because I think even now, but in the beginning, people were just going overboard with this, like hand sanitizers and peroxide, right?
Oh my god. So I work in the medical field, and we had patients coming to us with gloves on, okay? With gloves on, but they put the hand sanitizer on the gloves and like wash it around like as if that's gonna, it's like, no, that's not how gloves work, and that's not how the hand sanitizer works.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. Don't douse yourself. That it doesn't work.
Yeah. And people were going through like drive-thrus, and before they got their coffee or whatever, what they would spray down and then grab it.
You know, I'm honestly surprised people didn't just spray the air around them as they were walking around.
Right.
Just spray as you're
My
walking the whole way.
Sneeze, spray yourself.
Yeah.
Get myself sick. People are cleansing the hell out of their house. It's like, dude, you live there. If you're not letting strangers in and touch everything, like, just clean what you normally have to clean. Like, it you know?
Oh, you make such a good point. I had that thought for a split second when it first all happened, was like, oh, yeah, of course, keep your house super clean. That makes a lot of sense to not have things spreading within the household. But if you're not leaving anywhere and no one's coming or going.
Like, what were you doing before COVID?
Right?
Like living in a dump?
I know, were you just like a crazy, disgusting hoarder with rats and all kinds of crazy stuff just living in your home?
Mm-hmm.
Like, chill.
Yeah. And how many times do you wipe your butt a day?
Well,
right, toilet paper.
Apparently when you're at home, it makes you need to use the restroom.
Right? All that stress.
And even many more times than normal. Because that's what happens. You're at home, you're just so comfortable. You're like, oh, I just have to poop constantly.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So funny.
Yeah, so another quick quote that I want to read is from same chapter 6. Throughout, he has funny quotes. So he took quotes from the Center for Disease Control, CDC, and from all across the world. How you have to exercise, right? Don't drink alcohol, and all that. He's talking about exercise. Before you do exercise, consult your healthcare professional. He talks about going to Tanzania or something, talking to his witch doctor, who told him that he should watch out for his shoulder because while he was working in a coal mine, you know, in his past life, he got an injury there. So make sure to rest 5 minutes, like before, you know, between sets. So that was random.
That could be legit, though. It could be so legit. Yeah, I saw where he was going.
So that made me crack up. But
So
the quote. So this one is on Elevator Watch. A proposal. To cut down on the spread of parties, an elevator watch program will be set up in every apartment building. The lamest person in every building will be tasked monitoring all incoming and outgoing foot traffic within the complex. They will sit behind the desk in the lobby and treat everyone like a 4-time convicted criminal while writing down every suspicious interaction. And this is hilarious because some people were seriously like that.
Seriously.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's a captain's log. 152, Cheryl from apartment 119 is apparently going to walk her dog. But when she comes back, will her dog be stuffed with drugs? I'll find out. 2:07 p.m., Brian from apartment 209 is going for groceries. Is this essential? I'll find out. 2:29, Cheryl told me to F off. 2:43 p.m., Brian told me to F off.
Rightfully so.
Like, oh my god.
I do feel like, though, people...
There's truth.
Yeah, there's so much truth in that. I feel like your neighbors all of a sudden became like... Who are those people? The Stasis? Or what are they in, like, Russia or something? The people that look over everybody and they're like... they know everything about you, like...
Oh, those guys?
Yeah, what are those?
I don't know what they're called, but in my mind, I was just thinking like hall monitors.
Hall monitors.
Go to the restroom, got a pass? Are you vaccinated?
I know.
You know, like Because people are calling each other at parties, noise.
Yeah.
They're walking down my sidewalk without a mask. Like, dude, they're outside.
People took it upon themselves
Like,
to become the law.
Just worry about yourself. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, so there's the fact that he had this humor, as you saw in the quote. Interesting quotes. There's a lot to share, but just check out the book.
I almost feel like I want to just quote whole chapters just so you have like the meat of the whole joke.
Yeah.
And then get his punchline. But you just have to read the book. It's so amazing. You gotta read it. You gotta look into it. It really helps with the situation that's still ongoing.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot, and it could possibly help you in the future. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys, and please make sure to check out The Road to COVID-30 Self-Help Satire for the Soul by Duke Dugan and I.